love the squeal on the brakes. Delicious. Good evening, fellow Sim fans. It is Monday the 22nd of April. Welcome back to the Sim Shack and me, 𝐒𝐮𝐞𝐝. This is Train Sim World 4, and this little device down here, which you can't see just yet, is the RAILDRIVER control pack. Now, Train Sim World has given this thing sort of limited love, if you will. It kind of works. It's been in beta for at least 2-3 years, and basically they haven't seen fit to allow you to bind whatever key or axes you want to whatever you want it to do. So it's quite limited in its functionality, and it's very much reliant on Train Sim World doing a good job at combining the buttons and the axes and everything together. I'm just trying to find a camera that you can see it with. There we go. So this is the RAILDRIVER. If you haven't seen this thing before, it's quite expensive. You can only legitimately buy it from America brand new, and then obviously you have to pay shipping costs on top of that. So it rolls in at about £300 last time I looked. It's probably more than that with the way that the price of everything has gone up. It's not the most robust thing in the world, but there's not really much else to choose from. There aren't a huge number of controller options available for train simulation. So we're going to have a look at this today and see how well it works. So let's jump in. I'll show you the first thing that happens. Is you come into controls, you go to advanced controls, and this is what you've got here. So I'm just going to calibrate this real quickly for anyone who hasn't seen it. There's a tiny little arrow there, and obviously you've got to put the relevant axes at the relevant points, and then you press accept or E, and then you just follow that little marker all the way through. Hopefully it will all work inside the game, but I wouldn't put money on it, let's put it that way. Now this is an interesting bit of kit. So it looks like it's just a simple up and down axes, but actually it's got a left and right axes on it as well. And I always forget this. I always forget that this exists. I'm not sure I've ever actually used it properly. So it'd be interesting if I get the opportunity to use that today. I shouldn't imagine I will. A large part of what I'm doing, there you go, that's it calibrated. So we've got, here we have the class 232 TTC, the class 66 and the Stanley. So if I were to type in 142 and hit enter, class 142, still nothing. Still nothing. So basically the situation we've got now is somebody else, not me, has bound all of these buttons, and there's what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 28 buttons here, an up and down rocker switch here and a D-pad here, and they have bound all of these buttons, well not all of these buttons, sorry, they have bound some of these buttons to functions on the train, and it's dependent entirely on which train you're in as to which buttons are bound to what. And I have no idea now which ones are bound to which. So it just becomes this weird guessing game. It's a bit frustrating, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, so nothing's coming up. Let's just click on one of these at random. So there you go. So this has got all of these things bound. And what they've never seen fit to do, and it's been like this since Train Sim World 1, the original, is allow us to say, well, I want to bind that to this, to toggle HD, I want to bind that to the doors, that to the startup engine. They've never bothered to do that. So, I mean, that's a really, really disappointing situation that it's Train Sim World 4 now, they still haven't fixed it. But anyway, I didn't expect them to be quite honest with you. They have met with my expectations, let's say. And I'm hoping that Just Trains will bring much needed level of quality to Train Sim World. Callum, you call it Train Sim World 1.4. That's genius. I love that. I'm going to start calling it 1.4 as well. That's brilliant. It genuinely is 1.4. I mean, there have been the new version. It's just BS, isn't it? The whole progression system in this game, from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. It's just, if anything, it's gone backwards, I would say. Right. Okay. So if I click continue, it will take me into a 142 training module, but it's not quite so easy to find it yourself, I've discovered. So this is the new UI, which is not impressing me already. But let's go in and let's actually do some train work. I haven't done this for absolutely yonks. I'm very excited to jump in and do this. Well, we'll see how it goes.
Welcome to this Class 142 diesel mechanical multiple unit in British Rail Provincial Blue livery. This brief introduction will cover basic controls, stopping and passenger boarding. A lot of time will be spent in the cab, so climb aboard to get started. Before climbing on board, you will need to open the door via the external hatch. Start off by inserting the door key. Now you can open the hatch. This will give you access to the buttons which are located behind.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Now you can press the open door button. This will release the doors.
If I can find it. Where's my aiming thing? There it is.
Before boarding the Class 142, you will need to close the hatch.
Of course. And lock it. Yep.
Enter the Class 142 and activate the guard's door panel by inserting the key and switching it to the on position. Now that you have activated the guards panel, you will need to open the hatch above the door. This will give you access to the controls. Press the close button to shut the doors. Now that the doors have closed, you can shut the hatch. Finally,
that's cool.
You need to reinsert the key to deactivate the guards panel. When ready, sit in the driver's seat.
Quirky, but very cool. I like that.
The master key is used to activate the control desk. Marker lights are used to inform others around you that this train is active.
Right, so I have a light switch button here. But that doesn't work. It's only got off, dim, and full for lights, so I guess that's not meant for this bit.
Give a quick glance at the platform to ensure all is safe, then unlock the doors.
Just stick my head out the... Ah, I can't do it. There was one, wasn't there, where you could do that? I'd say stay safe. Right, now, I imagine that pressing left on the D-pad will unlock the doors. Yes, left door's unlocked. There we go. Loading passengers. There are none.
Boarding is now complete. Set the doors to locked.
Now, if I press D-pad left again, will they lock? Yes. Okay, that's pretty cool. And they have closed.
Use the reverser to set the direction of travel.
Right, here's my reverser. Haha. Okay, problem number one. So that's meant to be reversed, and that's meant to be forward, but they're both set off. So I'm going to have to, like, balance it between two things.
Release the West Coast 3-step braking system and apply
That's
power.
not good. Right, so brake off. You can see the brake pressure coming down. Set throttle to notch 1 or 2 because I can't find 1. There we go.
Let's stop at the next station. The key aspect is to make a gentle and controlled approach.
Wow, it really does sound like a bus, doesn't it? Including the gear changes, that's so cool.
Stopping a train in the right place is the greatest skill of a train driver. It may take a few attempts to get it right. Depending on the speed of the train, begin braking between 1.5 and 1 mile from the station. Aim to be doing no more than 25 miles per hour when the train reaches the platform, then come to a stop anywhere alongside.
Okay. 𝐍𝐞𝐞𝐝, yes, I'd agree with you. The sound quality is really good. I'm quite impressed. Am I going to overshoot?
Give a quick glance at the platform to ensure all is safe, then unlock the doors.
I'm going to assume the platform is safe, right. So I'm going to press right on the D-pad. Let's unlock the doors. And they are indeed unlocked. So far so good. Yeah, the sound quality is great. I'm really quite impressed. I like the little attention to details as well, with the old key setting it up from cold and dark. There's not enough cold and dark stuff in this game for my liking.
Boarding is now complete. Set the doors to locked.
Okay, pressing right D-pad again. Right doors are locked. All is good. I guess we're moving on. Releasing the brake. Engaging the throttle. It's cool. I love the sound. The sound is great. Lovely little lake there. So I've got a level 1 brake at about 500 yards, meters rather. See if that slows us down enough. Well, there's 25 miles per hour. Slowing down a bit too quickly. Love the squeal on the brakes. Delicious. Now, I should be able to use some of these buttons to look outside, but because I have no idea which button is bound to what, it's complete guesswork. And I could shut the engine off, I could do all sorts of weird things, and I'd never know that I'd done it. So I'm not going to bother pressing it for now. I'll just use the keyboard. Maybe once I've got a bit used to the train, I'll start making some attempts to do stuff like that. Alright, lock doors.
Well done. This completes the basics of driving the Class 142.
Splendid. Right. So I wasn't speeding. Accuracy bonus 314. No hard impacts. No problems at all, really. Objectives completed 750. I was well under the speed limit. So what do I get? What's this? What's that? Silver? What is that? Is that silver? Why didn't I get gold? What could I have done to get gold? Perhaps be more accurate on my stopping, I don't know. Okay. I'll take it.